Let's get away for a minute. So I don't know if you can see that. That's crazy. $1.97 for gas. I haven't seen $1.97 for gas in like 20 years. That is nuts. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. D-Cycle here on a lunch break edition of D-Cycle Motovlogs. And it's so weird because, because of what's going on and everything, I am working from home, which I'm so thankful I have that luxury. But man, today is Friday. It's around lunchtime and I couldn't take it any longer. I'm too cooped up in the house. Getting that cabin fever, it's starting to set in. So I figured, why not go out for a ride on my lunch break for about 20 minutes or so. I am fogging up big time. This is a badass Dodge, man. We're gonna go down Route 16 for a while. Like I said, just a quick scoot so I can get back. I got plenty to do at home. It's like I said before, I'm so thankful that in the midst of all this pandemic that's going on with this virus, I'm still able to do a little work at home. And I'm lucky enough to have my folks watch my boys. That way I can take this tank full of social distancing out. Thank you, Percy, by the way. I love that. God, I am fogging up like crazy. Open my vents. Hopefully the wind noise won't be bad if I gotta ride this way. So we'll go for a little cruise here and then we're gonna talk about a few things. So first I just want to ask and see how all you guys are doing. Go ahead, comment below. Let me know what's getting you through this. Are you working? Are you at home? Are you working from home? Just let me know how you guys are doing. Alright, gotta pass it. Too slow. Oh man, it feels so good to ride again. It feels like it's been forever. And it has been over a week. But I really gotta watch myself because it looks like it could start raining anytime, but I think we'll be alright. And I better slow down too. Doing over 70 in a 55. Oh, I'm gonna set this cruise. That way I can concentrate a little bit better. So before I go on with anything else, I just want to say this. Us as YouTubers, I'm gonna say that we have, you don't want to call this a job, you just want to call it a hobby, but at the same time, in the midst of what's going on right now, we all have a job. And take it however you want. But people need entertainment now more than ever. People have been talking about watching Netflix. There's this show Tiger King that's going on that everybody's raving about, that everybody seems to be watching except me. But a lot of people are spending that time on YouTube and getting out and creating videos and putting them up. A lot of people are going to be appreciative of that. That's one of the reasons why I got out today. Because A, I had the luxury, thankfully. And two, just to give you guys something to watch. If you've been wanting to see more content, I mean, there you go. I'm glad to do it. I'm glad to be out riding, and I'm glad to be making videos for you guys. The weather has been, I don't know, it's been a little too rainy for my liking. It rained a lot this week. It's still pretty damp out. As you saw in my alley back there, it was just caked with mud. And God, that alley just keeps getting worse. It's just weather like this that keeps digging holes in that alley. It's just like a freaking obstacle course. I mean, I ought to start my own MSF course. Come to D-Cycle's alley and ride for free. If you can survive this alley, you can survive anything. But there's something that fellow motovlogger Little Carrie did a video on about, I don't know, a month ago or so, and she said something about how we need to get back to the traditional motovlogs, and this is a great reason right here. Because there's going to be a lot of people that, they can't leave their homes at all, possibly. And they're going to miss the experience of riding. And if they're still stuck up in cold temperatures, they're going to be relying on us to give them that experience. So I'm going to Moto carry, great idea, and the timing right now, I mean, it couldn't be more perfect for your message. I mean, yeah. Get out and do your moto vlogs. You know, I've been cooped up doing all these install videos and reviews. It's just so I could get something out there. I mean, I want to keep the channel relevant, and YouTube's not going to show your stuff unless you kind of keep some constant constant contact coming. I can't even talk, like, where the shit. Some constant content, at least on the regular. You got to get it out. But I love doing these videos, even if it's something like this where it may be a little boring to see what you're seeing right now. Everything's still brown, like not everything is starting to green up yet. The grass, I mean, the grass is green, of course, but the trees are still, it looks like it's fall still. The weather keeps getting nice, 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 and then on the nice day, it rains. And what does that rain do? It brings in cold weather right in behind it. So you're like, okay, great, it's going to be 72 that day. Oh, and it's supposed to thunderstorm early afternoon. And then it's going to go back down in the 30s and the 40s the next day. I just don't get it. It's one of the things I can say I don't like about living in my area, but at the same time, I appreciate where I live. And I talked about this in a recent interview I did with fellow motovloggers Dan and Matt. If you guys haven't watched these two, go up to this card, go watch their videos. Dan and Matt are such a fun duo to watch. Now I need to trim my mustache. It's starting to filter in my mouth to make me cough a little bit. This is my gag reflex. See, not much as far as the eye can see, but I don't care. I'm out riding. And that's another thing we could talk about. I mean, a lot of us live in places where some people, they don't see it as a beautiful or a place where they would want to live, because they're like, I'm sure there's lots of you guys watching that are like, that is boring as hell to see. But you know, the older I've gotten, and since I got this bike, you just appreciate where you live a lot more. And I'm going to tell you why. Because one, it makes you want to get out on your bike and explore more in your area, because there's lots of things, there's lots of hidden gems that you are not going to realize that are even there, because you know how you are. Like, you get in a car, you know, you're usually going to where you want to go and you come home. On a bike, you want to go anywhere and everywhere. So that gives you the opportunity to go out and explore. Like, I could take that road right there, which I've been on before, but I could take a left instead of a right at my usual spot and find someplace totally new I've never been before. Well, like I said, I could drive 40 minutes that way and be at the Mississippi River. If you've seen those rides to the Mississippi are gorgeous. I love that part of this state. And I could ride south a half hour, or east. There's beautiful rolling farm hills, and in the spring when it greens up real nice, it's just so easy on the eyes. Unlike right now, I mean, this corn in a few months is probably going to be probably chest high. Like, some of the beans are starting to sprout in the fields over here. They're pretty ugly right now, but farmers are still doing their jobs. Oh, that's another thing I want to mention. You know, we're in this time where, you know, like in our state of Illinois, the governor, we were one of the first few states to order kind of like, not really a shutdown, but a practice of social distancing. Only essential businesses are open. And that's what's going on right now. That's why I'm working at home, because this virus is spreading pretty bad. I mean, there's been lots of deaths up in Chicago, and we're lucky down here because we live further apart from each other than that dense population of Chicago. And it's just, I mean, there's no cases in my county. There's no cases over in the county over. People have been testing that have had symptoms, but they've been coming up negative, which is good. But I'm thankful that the business that I work for is still operating. Like the warehouse workers, they're still kicking ass every day in that warehouse. They're kind of limited on their shifts and everything, but they're still working. They're still getting products out the door. And that's what we need right now. And I know there's a lot of people that are thanking these essential workers that are busting their asses every day. And I've never been that person to where I only rely on events like this to appreciate people for what they do. I mean, that always applies. Does it make you appreciate them a whole lot more? Oh, hell yeah. Like, there's people that are flipping burgers right now that aren't making as much money as a lot of other people that are working. But they're busting their humps. They're making sure that, you know, we can feed people. Because I know the grocery stores are freaking nuts right now, especially the Walmarts. Like, I've been shopping a lot at our local grocery store more and more often lately, and even more so now because of what's going on. There's just been stuff out everywhere. And the whole freaking toilet paper thing. I mean, I don't get it. Do you need... Is wiping your ass that essential to survive? I mean, heck, we had to order toilet paper because we freaking needed it. And then all the lower quantities were out because we didn't want to hoard a big Costco-sized bag of toilet paper. But Walmart was out of the small stuff, so they supplemented us with a bigger package, which we have toilet paper for like 6 months now. And I wouldn't mind throwing somebody a roll if they need it. But yeah, like trying to find bread was a chore. Like up in my local grocery store, even they were completely sold out because, you know, a lot of people are going shopping at the big chain stores like Walmart, and all of their stuff is selling out. So what do? They go to their local grocery store, and then they sell out. I mean, it gives the local grocery store the good business, but again, social distancing. You got a smaller store, you got lots of people, but I can tell right now that Gillespie, my hometown, they're doing everything right. People are staying in, except for essential trips. Like, I've had to go to the grocery store once or twice because my kids are running out of stuff they need. And of course, we still need to eat. So there's stuff that maybe you forgot or wasn't available on your weekend grocery trip. Gotta go buy that stuff. So that's why, yeah, thank your local workers, your truck drivers, your shelf stockers, your burger flippers, the mail lady, of course, because they're all still working. Oh. Well, hopefully I'll be back just to a somewhat normal work life in another week and a half. I mean, I think that's when we're supposed to go back to work. But yeah, staying home and working and then being there all evening, it's definitely a change of pace for me, especially. It's like I gotta set up a photo studio in my house to take product photos now. It's just, it's nuts. I really gotta test my ingenuity and see how I'm gonna pull this off. But there's nothing like working at home with your pajamas on. There's definitely something to that. I wonder if they'll allow that when we go back to work. That would be cool. So I don't know if I've told you guys this, but like my original chin curtain I had was chewed up by my dog. I'm gonna murder her. No, I'm not really gonna murder her. But so it was pretty much useless. So I just recently ordered a new one, and I'm hoping it really cuts down on these updrafts that I'm getting because of the windshield. Because I really noticed in the last couple of videos where I'm going about this speed or a little bit faster that I'm really getting a lot of wind buffering on my helmet up from underneath because of the lack of chin curtain and this windshield, because I could feel that wind coming up right up from my shins, right up here. Oh, there's something else I got to tell you guys. 530 Bikers Podcast is so excited to announce just this past Monday that we have Blockhead coming on the show this coming week. And oh my god, man, this is going to be so good. I can't wait to have this guy on. This is the guy that I started watching when I was starting to look at Iron 883 videos. And I tell you what, he's been a big inspiration for a lot of people out there that wanted to get into this motovlogging business. Well, not really a business, but you know what I mean. The motovlogging hobby. And the guy's just blown up. I mean, you can't say he didn't work for it, because my god, he's put out lots of content, lots of useful content. I'm pretty sure he's helped rebuild the Harley-Davidson name on his channel. And the guy just, every bike that comes in, he can test ride, and he gives you like all his videos are really good too. So I'm very, very excited to have him on the 530 Bikers Podcast next week. If you guys haven't watched 530 Bikers Podcast, go to the link in the description below. Go check out a few episodes. We've been having a lot of fun with this podcast. I think I've only seen 2 cars since I've been out and about. It's been nuts. and the van I passed when I went out of town. There's some cows. The cows are doing all right. Not practicing their social distancing one bit. They're good. Now become a steak and get on my plate, please. So we were talking about earlier about what Moto Carry said with the moto vlogging and how we need to bring it back. What's your guys' view on this? Because I know I put out a poll.
That's what she said.
Like last week or earlier this week, whenever it was, saying, you know, what kind of content do you want to see? And it was kind of almost like 50-50 with everything. I know everything can't be 50-50 that I polled, but like I think I gave like 4 options and it was like 25, 25, 25, 25 almost. So let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see. I know I'm going to be doing lots more rides this year. New places for you guys to check out. That'll definitely be coming. Midwest Moto Meetup, that's going to be here this year. That is definitely coming. But that's not till September. But still, it's not going to be too far away. And as of right now, if you guys are wondering, Midwest Moto Meetup, it's still on. You know, we still got, what, five and a half months. So we're really hoping that this thing is going to be all cleared up by then to where we're able to go out and do social gatherings and have events. Because we've got a lot of sponsors that are helping us out with this and the dealership and everything. And as long as it can happen, it'll be a good time. But right now, I'm optimistic. I'm pretty sure it's going to go down. I mean, they're talking about, you know, Trump's talking about Easter for this to be all cleared up. I don't think it's going to be that early. I think we still have another month and a half, 2 months at least, until things are going to be back to normal. And who knows how normal things are going to be by then. With the way the economy's going, it's just in the gutter. Like you saw what gas was, $1.97 a gallon. That's not good. People aren't driving, they're not spending money on gas, so what do? They lower the cost of gas. So we got more supply than demand. But one other thing I want to leave you guys with before I sign off here is I want to thank all of you so far that have contributed to my fundraiser for space. And go up to this video right here. Check out the details on that. If you want to help out, comment me on this video, on that video. It doesn't matter. I know times are... Hey, dog. I know times are tough right now. And some of you may be out of work or your hours might be cut. I know how you feel. But if you want to help out some kids in the special education programs in my area, that would be very appreciated. I talked to my son's teacher about this, and she watched my video, and she said she teared up. That's when you know people love what they do, when you get a reaction like that. And this fundraiser isn't about me in one bit. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm doing it, but at the same time, it's all about who I can help. And that's why that's a big reason why I do this channel. I know there's a lot of install videos out there, I do reviews and stuff, but I mean, I kind of want to be all over the place with my bike content. Because I love doing it, I love making videos. And it all ultimately comes down to who I can help the most. That's what this channel's about. That and Sport Life! 6th gear. Oh, 90 degrees. I should say 90 miles per hour. I'm getting ready to come in on a town here, so I better slow my roll. Yeah, heck, I picked a heck of a time to apply for my FOID card. I've been thinking about the last 2 or 3 years of owning a firearm, you know, just for security and protection and conceal and carry and all that stuff, because you just never know. There's been some crazy stuff that's happened in this area that a lot of ways you got to prepare for. You know, I was never really big on guns, grew up with a BB gun and all that stuff. But guns don't bother me. I mean, I don't dislike guns when they're used like they should be. You know, go hunting. Go to the shooting ranges and fire off a couple of rounds. Blow off some steam. Protect your families. It can be crazy in times like this, especially because you just don't know. But I just love that the way that people are coming together in a time like this where there is a pandemic going on. That's a sweet Jeep. Well, like I said, it's just great the way that people are coming together in a pandemic like this. There's lots of people helping each other. That's on the table too, guys. If anybody needs anything, I can help it any way I can, whether it's just bending an ear, or you know, if you need something, hit me up. I'll do what I can for you. Oh my, this has been fun. I like just getting out, doing a traditional motovlog, talking to you guys, and I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves, doing well. Oh, it's nice to see there's more cars. Starting to look like The Walking Dead there for a minute. Speaking of Secretary of State's office, man, I gotta get my tags renewed for my car, but I think they're prolonging that because of what's going on, because all the offices are closed right now. But anyway, I'm rambling on, tangent per usual. You guys take care of yourselves, all right? We'll get through this. Just keep washing your hands. Keep doing what you're supposed to do. Stay in, unless you want to get out and social distance like I am. Do what you can. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy every mile. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.